All right, welcome back. Jake Zimbrick here. We are going to continue talking about organization of our Google Drive system. And today I'm going to show you how you might be able to organize your file system after the fact. So this section is all about organization. And this little video that I'm going to show you now is how we can do some retroactive organization. I have this slide here which details or quickly shows two different ways that we can go about organizing our file system after we've already created documents. So in the ideal world, we would go ahead and organize things first while we're creating them. But in the event that you get ahead of yourself, you get really excited, you really want to make this spreadsheet, and then next thing you know, you never put it into the right file, I'm going to show you a couple of ways to fix this problem and get them in the right place. Okay, so there's two ways. One of them is to do through Google Drive, where you can right click and move files around. And the other one is going to be using this folder icon that you'll see down here when you're actually in the document of the document that you're using. So what I did is I created a Google Drive folder called Not the Right Folder. And I made two different assignments that are in Not the Right Folder. And I made my spreadsheet that has all the grades also not in the right folder. And I have my PowerPoint or my Google Slides lesson also in the not the right folder. And what I'm going to do is show you how to change these and put them into the right folder. I'm also going to give you an example of a system or a folder structure that you might use for your classroom. So what we've already done so far in this class is we created a Google folder in our Google Drive called Google Sheets 101 Practice. Inside of that, and this is just for an example, I'm going to create a new folder called My Class. So I teach biology at the moment, but you can put whatever you want in here if this was your actual class. So here's my class, and now inside of my class, I might want to keep folders for my assignments. I might want to have a folder for my lessons. And then maybe I want to have a folder for my grades. Or let's say I don't need a folder for the grades, it's all one document. I'm just going to keep it in the My Class folder. So here's one way of going about getting our folder or files that are in not the right folder into the right folder. So we're going to find them in Google Drive. So I need to find not the right folder. Where did it go? Not the right folder. Okay, and I want to move my assignments into the assignment folder that I just created. So I can select them. If I click on it once with the left mouse button and then hold shift, I can select both of them. Okay, and then I'm going to right click, and there's going to be an option here called Move To, which has a little folder with an arrow on it as well. And when I click Move To, it opens up this whole option bar, which basically depicts my Google Drive. I'm currently in not the right folder, which is not the right folder. I'm going to go back, and I wanted this to be in my Google Sheets practice folder. So I click the arrow, and I want it to be in my class, and I want it to be labeled and filed under assignments. So I've gotten all the way and navigated all the way to that folder. I click move here. They're going to leave not the right folder, and now they're where I want them to be. All right, that's one option. That's using the move to function. Now let's look at grades, for example. Now this is just a dummy document. I don't have anything put into this, but if I was, for example, entering grades and I realized I had it, or I wanted to organize it differently or put it in a different file folder, once the document loads, you'll notice a little icon right here. I'm going to try to make my window bigger so you can see it. The move to, in this case, is just this folder right next to the title. When I click that, it's going to look almost identical to the panel that we saw from the Drive version. Again, I'm going to go back. Now I'm in the base of my drive, which it says right here at the top of this little window. I'm going to go find the folder that I want, Google Sheets Practice. Click on that, My Class. And now I'm in grades. In grades, I just want to keep in the My Class folder, so I'll click Move Here. And it says grades has been moved from not the right folder to My Class. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Now let's say you clicked wrong, you can always undo that, and then you can start over. All right, so that is the second way of doing it. Again, you can either do it from Google Drive or from the document itself. And every single Google Docs type of file has the option to do it while you're actually editing the document. And so then for lesson 1, this is a Google slide. I'm just going to right click, move to, get out of not the right folder. I'm going to find the folder that I made, My Class, and I want this to go into the lesson folder, and I'm going to click Move Here. All right, so now when I navigate back inside Google Drive to my new folder, here it is, we can see I can open My Class, and all of those are going to show up. So now I've gone from an unorganized set of files to a more organized one where I have a folder for My Class, and I have the different assignments and lessons in each folder. And you can imagine that as the year goes on, this is going to could get more elaborate, where I would have different units, or maybe I have a whole different quarter folder for each of these, with a similar system inside of each folder. So again, the folder system and how you sort of nest the folders is up to you, and try to come up with a structure that makes the most sense to you, because ultimately you're doing the organization for yourself, not for anybody else. So whatever makes the most sense for you is what you should do, as long as you're doing something. That's what I'd like to emphasize. All right, so thanks for listening to this lesson. I hope you can find some time somewhere in your busy days to organize your Google Drive a little bit, because just like house cleaning, it does make you feel a little bit better at the end of the day. All right, so thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next lesson.